It's you, it's CovertGoBlue, and I am casting a Historic Brawl Hub Season 4 Top 8 Tournament today. Yes, competitive Historic Brawl. I get very excited about these things. So Historic Brawl Hub, the Season 4 Top 8 Tournament is on twitch.tv/Historic Brawl Hub. It is starting in about an hour from the time I'm recording this. If you're watching this the day I release it, it might still be live. And if you don't get to catch it live on Twitch, you can watch the VODs on the Historic Brawl YouTube channel, which just search for Brawl Hub Competitive Historic Brawl. It's a baby YouTube channel, but we can help it out. It's doing something that I am incredibly enthused about, something I'm very passionate about, which is trying to make the Historic Brawl format for more fun for us spiky types, and giving us some really cool Historic Brawl content to watch where people bring their best decks and they don't scoop early, and we see what the format is really about. You see they've got a podcast that's going on. They've got VODs from League Play. You can see people in their league. It's a multi-week league, 4 weeks, and then a top 8 tournament, which is what we're casting today. And the top 8 decks are right here. We've got Birthing Potter on Rusko Clockmaker. We've got Olaf the Moose on Kethis the Hidden Hand. We've got Jalto on Chandra, Torch of Defiance. We've got Dracosinius with Kinnan, Bonder Prodigy. We got Flash Fan with Rafine, Scheming Seer, Titan Lord on Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, Matmatator on Azor the Lawbringer, and Mathematica on Old Stick Fingers. So the one of these that I recognized from last time on the exact same deck is the Old Stick Fingers, the Paradox Engine combo deck. But otherwise, we've got a lot of different faces, or at least on different builds this time around, which is very exciting to see. Rusko is very much the Rusko deck that you remember. Kind of awkward to start on this one, but Rusko didn't win the last one, and there's only one Rusko in this top 8 holding it down for the most disgusting and degenerate of you out there. Kethis is really alive with a bunch of new planeswalkers like Kaya, Intangible Slayer, and the Eternal Wanderer. A whole bunch of cool legendaries. There's a Thrun in here that we get to see in action, Malira, and all over the place for Kethis the Hidden Hand. And then Chandra, Torch of Defiance. Oops, all Chandras. Exciting to see this, the only red deck in the top 8, absolutely bringing it. And then we've got the Grand Theft Kinnan, as this one is labeled, but Kinnan spinning wheels, probably stealing things. So we've got a Skydiver, we got a Sludge Monster, we got Mind Flayer. Where's Agent of Treachery when you need it? Am I right? Oh wait, that's a human. Rafine. So Rafine. Cool to see Rafine getting in here, and an interesting build with a bunch of the cheap creatures to see how those can pressure the opponent while also being very, very disruptive. I found Rafine incredibly good against Rusko, so I'm excited to see this Rafine deck go do what it does. One card that stands out to me is Teferi's Ageless Insight. I'm really excited to see this in Rafine. I wish I'd thought of it myself. It might be a little bit, I would, in standard it would be win more. In Historic Brawl, is it win more? Or is it just win? I also like the Skycat Sovereign. I haven't seen this card in action in a long time. I think probably the best card in Rafine, though, honestly, is this Mausoleum Wanderer. I think this little card is so good when you have it in your hand. So excited to see what the Rafine deck can do. Then we've got Teferi. A Teferi deck won last time. This one does have a Dream Trawler, so it's not quite creatureless, but it's all of the pain and suffering that Teferi loves to bring to the format. So look forward to just a big old pile of absolutely not. I kind of root for it, but then sometimes there's something else in the tournament that I root for because it's the same strategy but a little different, and I love different. And Azor the Lawbringer might be my horse in this one. It's Sphinx's Revelation on a creature. It's a commander I always wanted to build but didn't quite have the courage to, because every time I looked at blue-white, I was like, I should be playing something like a Teferi as a commander. But here it is. Azor doing work. Just a big old pile of counters in control. Very excited to see how this deck does its thing, and I want to see some good old Sphinx's Revelations. And from last time, if you didn't catch the last time I hosted one of these, I hosted the end of their last season tournament, and Old Stick Fingers was a big part of that. It's where I learned this combo and then put it up on the interwebs. There's a new card in here, the Suchi Cave Guard in the creature pile, which is kind of exciting. When it dies, you add 8 colorless mana. So using this instead of Nyx Bloom Ancient, very curious. I want to see that rolling in action, but it's very kind of exciting to see a whole different take in the combo spot. And then moving down here, we got cards like Vat Emergence and a few other new cards sneaking their way into this combo deck. Black Sun's Twilight, possibly one of the better ones. A removal spell that's also reanimation spell is a very important piece of the puzzle. And yeah, if you haven't seen the combo in action, there is a video on my main channel playing competitive Historic Brawl with Old Stick Fingers. It goes into Paradox engine loops very quickly. It's a very interesting take on the deck. So those are the decks of the day. You can find this once again over on the twitch.tv/Historic Brawl Hub. Should be live if you watch this within the first 6 hours or so. I'm commentating in the beginning and in the end. There's a middle stretch where Radiant and Vine are handling it. They do a good job. It's gonna be a lot of fun hanging out on Twitch and just kind of enjoying throwing down in the Historic Brawl format. I hope you'll join us, and if not, make sure you check out their YouTube channel, Competitive Historic Brawl Hub, at Brawl Hub. I will try to drop a link below, and yeah, see you there. CovertGoCaster, we're gonna do this. You're cool.